Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Living Like Lanie. Like always, I am your host, Lanie. And you guys, you know what's crazy? It is episode 10. I can't believe I've done 10 episodes so far. I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like I've been doing this for a little bit now, and I'm very happy. Shout out to Steve in the back. I appreciate you so much. And so, guys, I have a few mics here. My guests are on their way, but before they come, I have a special guest back in the building, guys. I know you guys remember him. My boy Choppa is in the building. Woo! Welcome back, Choppa. How do you feel today?
I'm good. I'm ready for today's show. I'm really excited. Episode number 10. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How you feeling?
I feel amazing. You know, you have helped me so much during my podcast career, and I really appreciate you. I really do. So I'm thank you for coming back. Please, thank you. It means a lot to me. So last minute, you know, and you just jumped on, and you're really just such a great friend, Carl, and I appreciate you. So now, let's get into it. So, to those who don't know at home, this month is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I feel like we should shine a light on this because not too many people like to talk about, you know, just what they're going through on a day-to-day basis, you know? So, Carl, so how are you doing? Like, mentally wise, where is your head at right now?
It's all over the place as per usual, but for the most part, it's good. I do have my days, just like everybody. Everybody has their days where,
Right.
you know, it's not always the best days. But I can't complain. I woke up this morning.
Yes, God. Mm-hmm.
And that's all I got to say. I woke up this morning and I'm very appreciative of my life.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so when you're not feeling good or you just feel like everything is just not going your way, you know, you and happiness cannot meet in the middle. How do you just, you know, help yourself from not, I don't know, going crazy or just helping yourself not become so overwhelmed with situations?
Honestly, I try to just surround myself with things or people that will distract me or just, you know, bring me out of that, like, you know, just down feeling. Like I like to,
Okay.
you know, just get myself up and at 'em, just doing things to distract myself and just get my mind off of it. And I know that sounds a little cliche, but
Yeah. Okay. And I feel like mental health right now, I feel like for a lot of people, they don't like to talk about that specific thing, you know, because I feel like they're going to be judged in a way or they feel like that. So have you known anybody or, you know, just, I don't know, a friend or a friend of a friend that has been going through like mental health issues in the past? Do you know anybody? Maybe a family member or anyone or anybody?
um uh yeah, I feel like as far as friends, like I feel like I have a couple friends that I know that deal with anxiety and even family members. I did have a really close family member of mine, actually my aunt. She actually committed suicide in
Wow.
2004
I'm sorry to hear
due
that.
to thank you. Due to, you know, mental illness, she ended up being diagnosed with schizophrenia. So
Wow.
that's a major, you know, mental illness that, you know, she struggled with, and I know a lot of people do struggle with. And at the time, you know, I was 7 around the time that she passed, so I wasn't really old enough to understand what it was and, you know, like what
Mm-hmm.
was going on and why it happened and what happened and, you
Right.
know, but now that I'm older and you know, I was able to do my research and, you know, just gain more knowledge about it
Mm-hmm.
and about mental health in general, you know, about, you know, like the topic as a whole, you know what I
Right.
mean? Because there's so many mental health, you know, illnesses
Mm-hmm.
from depression to, you know what I mean,
Right.
all kinds of things. So
Do you
I was appreciative.
remember now? I don't know if this is too personal, but when your aunt passed away, do you remember anybody in your family actually talking about, you know, her having schizophrenia? Sorry. Has anybody ever talked about that, or you guys kind of just brushed it under the rug? It was very uncomfortable to talk about. Like, how was that for you guys, if you can remember? I know you said you were
But
7, so.
um I do feel like it was a brush under the rug thing. One, mainly because of age, and two, I also feel like just because of background, I feel like,
Okay.
you know, that's a lot of things like that, depending on, you know, cultural background. I feel like it's just pushed under the rug. You don't really want to talk about it. It's not really, you know, spoken upon. I feel like things like that people would rather hide than shed a light on, and actually inform people and gain, help people out and actually gain knowledge and see, what this illness is and how we can prevent it from happening, or maybe not prevent it, but like let's understand one another. Let's make sure that this doesn't happen again, or let's
Right.
maybe not make sure it can, because that's something you can't, you can't prevent it from happening. It's gonna happen regardless. But just how do we deal with it at hand so it doesn't come to maybe another incident like that, or
Right.
maybe another life doesn't have to be taken
And I
if we, had enough knowledge to be able to help out with it.
And I do agree, like you said, I feel like certain like cultures, I don't know, just speaking from me, like, the African American community growing up with a black mom, I feel like a lot of our like mental health issues that I've had in the past, she kind of like brushed it under the rug in a way. Cause I feel like a lot of times they're like, oh, like you'll be fine. Like you're not depressed. Like you'll be good. Like, so do you feel like your parents have done that to you when you were growing up, or even now, like, just you going through the motions of just being a guy, in today's society? Do you feel like your parents are there for you when it comes to depression, or they're just like, nah, you'll be good,
I feel like to an extent your parents try to be, but then again, I feel like no one really knows what you're going through beside you.
Yes.
So when I really felt like I was at a really low point, and I did, talk to my mother about, possibly getting a therapist, her reaction was exactly what I thought it was going to be, what I knew it was going to be, and was even more of a reason why I kind of didn't really want to tell her that I wanted to do it, but more so I wanted to tell her that I did it just because I wanted to tell her that I did it rather than asking her permission to get one.
Okay.
I just felt like it was more like boy, you don't need one. Like, it's, you don't need one. What you got to talk to the therapist about? You can't talk to me. And it's like everything.
No,
everything,
literally.
actually,
And I feel like I say this all the time, but I always tell you, Carl, get a therapist. Therapy will help you guys. Even if you're a little bit scared, just always remember, they only know what you tell them at the end of the day. Like, you don't have to tell them everything all at once, And I want a lot of people to know that if you start out with therapy, if you do not like your therapist, or you guys are just not gelling well together, you can go try other people out, So I feel like, Carl, you should get into therapy. I feel like it'll help you in a long run for your mental health, because I know, I don't know, it is good to just have somebody there, that doesn't know you or anything about you. So I definitely think that you should get one, Carl. So go get one.
Yeah.
But just off of what you said about just people don't know what someone is going through. I don't know if you remember the supermodel Miss USA. Her name was Chelsea Christ. I don't know if you remember when she committed suicide. Do you remember?
Yes,
okay. And I feel like that is crazy. It really just shows that you can have everything in the world and still have nothing. Like,
Right.
I don't know. So how do you feel about like that situation? Like, just her
I
committing
totally agree with
suicide.
that.
And remember her last Instagram post? I don't know if you remember what it said.
Yeah.
If you want to say it for the people.
I believe she said,
she said, may today bring you rest and peace. That's crazy.
Yes.
That is crazy. Is it not? Like that?
It is very. And honestly, I feel like it's crazy. It's a little, I don't know, I feel like the situation is a little morbid, but then it honestly opens your eyes.
Definitely.
Because as a regular person that, as us as regular people, we feel like on a daily basis, or depending on what situation we go through that brings us to a low point, we feel like the world is ending, or we just feel like sometimes we're just so overwhelmed we can't take it anymore, and we're also like, what else? So the fact that, from our standpoint, we can look at it from the outside looking in, someone who we in our mind thought had everything, had everything, had such a good life, had, privilege, opportunity, money, beauty, everything that we can think of.
It's crazy.
That the average person wouldn't, necessarily think that they have, or be appreciative of having. You know what I mean? And for her to still feel unhappy with whatever she felt unhappy with in this lifetime, and for her to still take it, it was, it's kind of like an eye opener, because it's like, it really doesn't matter what you have and who you are. Everybody still feels the same. Like, you know what I mean? We're all still human. We are still people. We also have feelings. And like, you know what I mean? We're real people. We go through things. Not everyone is going to have the same reaction to something, or, you know what I mean? Just because she was in the limelight doesn't mean that she wanted to do that. That could have been someone else's dream she was living.
That's very true. And I feel like we don't think about that either. But
exactly.
Even just thinking about like her, like having everything, like money, I guess, I don't know, maybe not happiness because she wasn't happy, but just her beauty, you know, just having financially just being stable, you know. And I know we talk about it a lot of like, you know, just we want this career, we want to be successful, but does it not scare you that we can still be unhappy even though we want all this money and success in the world? It's like, how can one truly be happy with themselves? You get me?
Right.
I don't
I
know.
feel like I ask myself this question on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And then I feel like when I really can't bring myself to an answer, I ask different people in my life on a daily basis.
Okay.
And I feel like it just depends on the answer. It depends on the person you ask too, because I feel like, you know, when I asked my dad that 2 weeks ago, and he said, life is what you make it. Your happiness is what you make out of it in this life. And I asked my sister a couple days ago, and she said something similar, but, you know, at the same time, everyone's going to have their own answer, and everyone's going to have, you know, like, you're going to have an answer for that question, but then you're also going to have an action for that question and how you actually take it day to day.
Yeah, I agree. Anybody out there that's just struggling with mental health, or if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. Carl will answer you too, maybe. I don't know. But
No, I won't. Don't
no,
you
I
even
won't.
be volunteering. No, I won't. This 356 is off.
Do you,
don't call me.
Carl, do you have like any like stories that you want to talk about just like mental health, you like going through depression or just anxiety or anything, or you're good? You don't want to talk about it?
Maybe not specific stories, but I do,
please share.
I felt like I really used to downplay mental illness a lot, and maybe not mental illness as a broad subject, but I just feel like, you know, like I feel like the topic of anxiety.
Yes,
I used to, you know, really downplay it a lot. And I used to be like, well, no, that doesn't exist. Or not that it doesn't exist, but you have to be a certain age to have anxiety. Like I didn't believe in kids or teenagers having anxiety. Like my aunt would tell me that my little cousins had anxiety. And I'd be like, well, what do they have anxiety about? And it'll be about regular stuff that us and our older siblings and everyone that we know of had to do on a daily basis, like go to school and take a test on a Friday and you know, do 5 times each ABC order and multiple, you know what I mean? And just do regular everyday kid stuff. And I'm just like, well, no, they don't have anxiety. They need an ass whooping because they don't want to do things that they need to be doing in life. Rather, you know what I mean?
Some people like, you know, even like just them going to school and stuff like that. People they could have social anxiety. It's real. It is real. I mean, I guess, you know, they need a whooping too, but you know, I feel like it goes so much deeper into that, you know?
And I'm not saying that it doesn't exist because I'm not one of those people, but I just feel like I feel like it's more pushed on in the 21st century than it's ever been. Yeah. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I don't know if when our generation was coming up, if our parents were so hard on us that we pushed it under the rug and we couldn't really deal with our problems. Is that why our generation is, you know, faulted to an extent at sometimes, you know what I mean? And is it because these younger generations, because they're diagnosing them with stuff like that, and you know, they're 3 years old, 5 years old, and they're being diagnosed with anxiety and have to take medication from it so early on? It's like, are you guys really trying with these kids? Are you guys trying to break them out of these habits that they think they have? Or is something really wrong with them? Is something at home going on? Is something traumatic really happening to them to the point where they feel like this is happening? Like they really have something to, you know, have an anxiety attack about.
You're speaking facts right now, Carl.
You know what I mean?
You
no,
really
but
are,
it's
though.
serious though, because you know, like going to school and taking a test every Friday is not something to have an anxiety attack about. Because shit, but people do it. I did it. Our older siblings did, you know?
I guess it honestly just depends on the person, like how you can handle being under stress. You know, I feel like with me, like literally I came in here, you know, everything I feel like happens for a reason or just doesn't go as planned all the time. And I feel like once my mind starts racing, I'm like, oh God, okay, well, if this doesn't happen, this is gonna happen. And then I'm like, my mind just keeps going. I feel like I didn't realize I had anxiety until like one day, like, you know, I'm there panicking about something, like my throat is closing a little bit. Like, you know, I feel like, I don't know, anxiety is very real, you know, and I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it, but it's very real. It's there. Like, you know, you're just making yourself paranoid. And I feel like during like COVID, I remember my dad, he had COVID, whatever, and his anxiety was so bad because he couldn't leave the room. So at that point, like, you know, he was saying like, oh, my body's on fire, like I gotta go to the hospital. I'm like, no, like, and you know what's crazy? Now that I look back, I used to tell my dad like, oh, like you just tell yourself you're fine. And it's like now that I look back and think about it, it's like I would never like tell him that again. Because
did you just tell me that?
Because
did you just tell me
because
tell myself I'm fine?
No, but I feel like you have done that to me too, though, Carl, before. When we're together.
I only
but
do
now
that
I can't do that. You know, like I can't can't. I feel bad for even telling my dad, like, oh, you'll be fine. Just tell yourself you're okay. But it's not that easy. Like, it's really not. But what were you saying, Car? I didn't tell you that one time, did I? No.
No, I only say that in one instance when you may be under an influence, and I tell yourself to calm. Then I tell you to tell yourself to calm down. That's the only time I tell you. Not during an anxiety attack.
No, but I'm just saying, like, about my dad. We weren't even talking about you, but since now we're talking about you. Now, yes, I feel like I have had like little mini anxiety attacks to where like Carl's like, oh, you're fine, you're good, ain't nothing wrong with you. Like
until I had my own. And then, but I felt like when I had my own, I was so caught up in it not being a thing that I didn't realize what it was. So I'm just like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? And he's like, no, it's okay. This was the same shit you were cracking jokes about me on. And it's like, no, it's real.
It is real. It's because you're getting yourself in your head, Carl. Like you're constantly overthinking things. Okay, so moving away from anxiety, do you feel like you have struggled with depression in your life, Carl?
Okay, so I'm gonna say yes, but I feel like the average person that knows me is gonna say that I'm being dramatic. But
okay,
no, yes, I'm depressed more times than others than I should be. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like yes and no.
You wouldn't even think you're depressed, though. Like just looking at you on a daily basis, you wouldn't even think about it.
I feel like you wouldn't think about it, but that's the problem. It's a facade.
No,
it's
literally.
a facade. I have to
that.
walk around like this, but I'm really dying on the inside. No, but I mean, of course, I feel like everyone, deals with the depression in their own way. I feel like I've gone through stages of depression, but I haven't. Like, I feel like it's many stages of depression. It's not like a full stage, unless like there's a death in the family of someone close. I lose someone close to me. I feel like that's the only time I feel like it'll be a long stage. But any other time, I just feel like it's a minimal stage of depression. I just feel really lost or just not in control of things. Because I feel like one thing about myself, I like to be in control of everything. And when I feel like I'm losing control of things, I tend to just shut out and just shut everything off, curl into a ball, and just why does everything and everyone hate me?
Literally.
Rather than just like, it's okay.
Yeah, this is life. This is how it's going to go. But I agree with you as well. I feel like when I'm depressed, I just want to be in my room in a little ball. Nobody talk to me. This is how I get through whatever I'm going through. But
my phone's off.
I don't think that's healthy though. Like, I don't think that's healthy. Do you? I really don't.
I feel like it depends on the person and it depends on your personality. Okay. I feel like if you're one that you're a people pleaser, you're around people a lot. Like I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm a people person. I'm a people pleaser. I'm around people a lot. So I feel like when I am in my moments, my down moments or the times where I'm down, I just don't want to be around anyone. Because I feel like I'm such a upbeat person on a daily basis that someone would notice it. So I don't want someone to notice it. So I'd rather just take myself out of the equation. You know what I mean? I just want to just be alone and just be miserable by myself.
Okay.
And just...
So then when you're posting pictures on Instagram and stuff and you're all happy, so then it's just a lie?
No, it's a facade. It's still the facade that I'm keeping up.
Damn. Yeah. I'm praying for you, Carl. I'm praying for you. Praying for everybody at home that's going through depression. I don't want to talk about it to anybody. Please get a therapist. It's just sad. So many people are like sad at home or just feel like they have nobody. And I feel like I know how that is, to feel like you have so many people around you, but you still feel alone. Like, you ever feel like that sometimes, Carl? You feel like you have so many people to talk to, but it's just like they won't understand, Do you ever feel that way about anything?
Either they won't understand. Well, yeah, I just feel like that. You have so many people around you and they won't understand. Or like, and I feel like I don't know. That's why I feel like depending on the topic to talk about with people, you just don't. Because I feel like I don't like something that really bothers me. I wouldn't talk about with someone who I feel like wouldn't care about what really bothers me. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, how are you going to make the situation better, or how are you gonna act? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, literally, I agree. Just like you wouldn't really ask, like you said, anybody if you feel like they're not gonna help you.
Right.
Not that we
I
know
feel like why
names or
bring it up?
anything, but just certain
Right.
friends are just there for certain reasons, you know?
Right.
We ain't got name drop because people be watching this stuff, but it's 9:27, almost 9:30, so let's keep going, Carl, because my guests are still not here. So, how do you feel about the whole Gunna and Young Thug thing, Carl? Do you feel like, I don't
Well,
know.
enlighten me. Bring me up to speed on the situation, and maybe I'll have something to say.
Okay, boom. So let me read off so I'm not misquoting anybody. Sorry, y'all. Wow, Sharon was posting a lot about Young Thug. Okay. Okay, so Young Thug and Gunna amongst 28 on 56 account charges, murder, armed robbery, and more. So how do you feel about the situation? Because I know you love Gunna and Young Thug, and they have all these charges, murder, armed robbery, and more. Okay. And they were actually around his house. Like, so how do you feel about the situation? Just knowing two of your favorite rappers, Carl, they might be going to jail for quite some time. How does that make you feel? Like, you're not going to be able to hear. Well, I mean, I guess they could record their music in jail, but depending like how security is and like whatever. How do you feel about the situation? Do you feel like they're innocent? What you feeling like?
Man, them boy innocent, man. Them boy innocent, man. With my story, I'm sticking to it. Them boy innocent, man. Let them out, cuz.
Oh my God.
But it's
You're
a
so
lot
ratchet.
going on with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot going. Now I don't know what
The whole shade room is full of them.
Supposedly, it's a couple of them that got indicted. It's about 26 of them that got indicted. Gunna on the list, but they said they ain't catch me yet. But
I see
Thugger,
like all the things.
man, look, Thugger, you got a lot going on. Your baby mother had just, I believe one of his baby mothers of his oldest children, just recently passed away. She was just, involved in a homicide. So that must be crazy. And then he's going through this. I honestly don't really know too much about the story. I just know that they're getting indicted for a lot of things. And it's like, I hope you didn't. But the one thing I will say about this topic that I really want.
What?
Anyone, especially because, you know what I mean? Like we've talked about before that I aspire to be an artist, one day, someday soon. And it's like for any artist, bro, especially the rappers upcoming, or even if you're out or whatever, please stop telling your damn business. That's a problem. That'd be the problem. That's how y'all get caught. You tell your business in your song because you're trying to be cool, or because you want more plays, or because you think people not really listening to what you're saying. And now your ass is getting indicted, and they got what they in the courtroom listening to your albums.
No, literally.
Adding to the charges you got on the damn list.
I even see that. I don't know if you saw a while ago when it says Lucci, YF, and Lucci, anybody who doesn't know that is a rapper, claims he was stabbed in jail. So then Sharon posted 22 hours ago that said prosecutors claim Young Thug's associates worked to get his permission to murder YF and Lucci in jail. And my guest said that
usually happens with rap beef and stuff like that.
This is crazy.
What's so crazy about this whole situation is that the fact that those two men, like, come on. I mean, YF and Lucci had for those who don't know, he's a rapper, but he's not one of the most mainstream rappers. But for them to end up in the same jail is crazy to me because they've had ongoing beef from before they even got incarcerated. They both had a long ongoing beef between whatever rival gangs they have going on or are a part of or whatever it's going on. But the fact that they ended up in the same penitentiary and Young Thug put a hit out for him.
This is crazy.
It's crazy to me. It's really crazy because
the whole shade room is about him.
That just goes to show that you can.
Child.
It doesn't matter how much money you give somebody that's from a hood or a ghetto or whatever you're gonna say. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever you wanna.
People are gonna hate
you give somebody from the street some money, and it's not gonna change them. They're still gonna be where they come from, and that's what the problem is.
I agree. This is crazy.
These are multi-millionaires. Young Thug is a multi-millionaire.
Why would he do that?
Gunna's up there too, and Gunna, for you to be a new rapper, and
don't they have people?
Young Thug has been in for some time.
But don't they have people to do this for them, or like just like their little mans, whatever you want to call it? Like, why are they doing this? Wait, hold on. Actually, Carl, my bad. Steve, so my guest said he's on his way. He said he's speeding. I don't know. So you think I should wrap it up with Carl? All right, okay. So go ahead, Carl. Okay, so we're going to talk about it a little bit more, Carl, and then we'll wrap it up.
Oh, well, wrap me up.
But okay, so you feel like what we're talking about these rappers? Okay, you feel like I don't know what we're talking about. Wait, sorry, Carl. I have to get my train of thought back.
No, it's totally fine. You get some money in your pocket,
Oh
get away from
yes,
the street shit, and keep rapping and do what you're good at.
just like Jay
Because
Z, he was in the streets, and you don't see him out here, still trying to gang bang or like,
he got out the streets because he's making more money out of the streets.
True. But isn't Young Thug in them too? Like, I'm confused. Aren't they making more money? This is Young Thug we're talking about, and Gunna. This is
But
crazy.
then you also have to think about where they come from. It also
True.
comes a lot from background. It comes a lot from background, and we talked about it a little bit the other day. And I'm not gonna go too deep into it.
Yeah.
But it's from where they come from. You have to think about how many people are from where they come from, and what they really. You have to think about it, and it's kind of easy to think about. Not really, but there's really two major cities that you could compare the artistry and from what. Look at New York and look at Atlanta. The people that come from them and who they rep. Think about the people that came from each of those cities. How many people have come from those cities, and who will rep who first over where they're really from.
I agree. Wait, this is crazy. Nah, because I was on Shade Room, like, looking about, like, all these stuff, and it said, like, is this Wale? Who Wallow? Wallow trends over resurface interview a couple months ago. Try to not finesse out generational wealth. I don't know. This is who's Wallow, Carl? Do you know who that is?
I have the slightest idea.
I thought they meant Wale. Okay, whatever. Anyways, yes, Carl, I do agree with what you're saying. I feel like this all this is crazy, and I feel like they innocent. Well, at least that's what I think. I don't know. Then again, they probably not, child. So, all right, guys.
It's like Gunna's last album was real good, so that would be very devastating.
He was supposed to be at Summer Jam. I think both of them were supposed to be at Summer Jam. This is crazy.
Oh, good thing I ain't buy that ticket.
What? So you're not gonna go with me?
Good thing I ain't buy that ticket. Oh well, now if the Young Thug ain't going and Gunna ain't going, who I'm about to go up there? Go see you and Shanisa?
Lil Durk. Oh God! All right. See, on that note, thank you, Choppa, for coming on the show talking about mental health and Gunna, Freedom Boys, and we'll see you later, Choppa.
Thank you for having me.
Bye. And guys, my guests will be on the way, and we'll be back. Hello, guys. We are back with Inkman and Cuba. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. I appreciate y'all.
Thanks for having us, for real.
So how y'all feeling today?
Good.
I'm feeling good.
Crazy, yeah.
Got a big week coming up.
Okay. So to those at home who don't know who you guys are, what are you guys doing? Who are y'all?
I'm going first.
Cuba.
I'm VMG Cuba. I'm under the label VMG.
Okay.
I'm a rapper from Patterson, New Jersey. I'm an artist from Patterson, New Jersey.
Yes. And how about you over here?
I'm a tattoo artist, you know what I'm saying, primarily. You know what I'm saying? This is what I've been doing since I was 14. But I also got a label called Volcano Music Group. And yeah, man, we just trying to push the culture. Just putting this music out, you know what I'm saying? We just going crazy.
So what made you guys want to start this music group?
We've been like doing music since we was kids, for real. It's just, we attempted it a couple times before, but we found out money was really like the main thing you needed to do this shit, And we were doing it at a lower scale. We was good, but we didn't have no backing. We didn't have no like resources. And then once my tattoo business grew, I figured like we'd be able to like reinvest into it and try it like better this time,
So what made you think, like, you know what, damn, I think I want to take this rapping serious?
Nah, I've been rapping for a minute, but it was like we've been doing it for, like he said, we've been doing it for a good amount of time. But I had a little situation, so I had stopped for a little while, life. But then he came and got me, was like, yo, I think we could do this now. So I'm like, I bet, like.
So how do you guys feel about the current state of hip-hop right now? Like, how do y'all feel about these rappers?
I mean, this shit dope. There's a lot of real authentic shit going on right now. Like, a lot of the little weird shit is dying out. And now there's room for, like, real people to get in this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's like, I don't know. However this shit go, I know, like, you feel me? We got it. So, yeah, we just trying to kick through that door now at this point.
Okay. And is there anybody you guys want to collab with in the future? Could be anybody.
I don't even know right now. Right now, I'm focusing on like singles right now. But like we work with a couple people already. But now we're just trying to work on what I got going on.
Okay. Yeah. And does anybody want to spit some bars or something? Or
I ain't spitting no bars.
You don't want to spit no bars, Inkman?
Go on YouTube.
Nah, I'm a like part-time rapper.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really be rapping like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm a tattoo artist for real. I love doing art. You know what I'm saying?
But he behind the scenes making everything happen.
No, yeah. So how is doing music videos for you guys? Do you like that atmosphere? You know, I've seen a couple of my homies in music videos before. Yeah. So how is that, just the atmosphere? Do you guys like doing it?
It's fun, though. It's fun. It's just like everybody come together. It takes a lot of people really, like, to like create a visual, and it's like, you know, now it's like, it's dope. It's like how you get other people involved, and you shine light on a lot of other people and creatives and like models and, you know, photographers.
Shout out to the models too.
Yeah. Shout out to all of them.
Everybody, it plays a part, so it's important.
Mm-hmm. I gotta pull up one day to the shoot.
For sure. Yeah.
So I know you said tattooing is what you do. Yeah. You know, so just what made you want to become a tattoo artist, or how did you start doing it?
I pretty much like was in art my whole life. You know, my big brothers and them, they do graffiti. Like, you know, just growing up around the house, having markers everywhere and spray paint everywhere, and it's just like I was kind of born into that life, and like I had no choice but to get into it to like eventually start, you know, creating a job. You know what I'm saying? So like once I started as a kid, I started when I was 14, and ever since then it's been up. Like, you know, I just kept going, you know what I'm saying, fighting through the tough days, and yeah, we here now, and it's fun. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. I love what I'm doing, and I'm just blessed.
No, yeah, and I feel like since you love what you're doing, it kind of doesn't really feel like a job in a way.
Nah,
you know?
Exactly. Yep. It's a blessing.
So I've been seeing you've been doing a lot of people. You know, I know you've done a lot of my friends. You know, you've done my brother's tats a long time ago.
Yeah, that's my boy.
So
shout out my boy.
Okay, shout out to him. My dad claims he wants to get a tat. He ain't get no tat. But so who was the first, I guess, celebrity or big, I don't know, no name that you have done a tattoo for?
I mean, this shit go back all the way till I was like 16 for real. We was in the town. We was in Patterson. I tatted Fetty. Fetty Wap and shit. And then I realized what like Instagram could do for me as far as like networking and, you know, meeting all these new people through like social media. And then from there, like, you know, I took that as a chance, like, you know, moving forward, like, okay, like now I could grow my shit with just like linking up with different people that got a name. And, you know, it kind of helped me out. You know what I'm saying? Then I started working with a lot of other rappers and shit, NBA players and shit. So, yeah.
I hope both of you guys' career excels and it goes really well. You guys are doing your thing, okay? So, it is Mental Health Awareness Month, right? So, Cuba, when you feel like you're just going through those rough days, you know, it seems like the sun ain't shining, you know, what do you do, I guess, to get yourself out of that funk?
I ain't gonna lie, I be chilling with the bros for real.
Okay.
Like, I'm chilling with the bros, or it's like we doing something though. We either go shopping or I'm in the studio. That's what we usually do. I'll probably go shopping and go to the studio. I ain't gonna lie. Or I'll talk to somebody, you know.
So your, I guess, therapy is going to the studio.
Yeah, it's the art. I'm an artist, so like that's my major. Okay. That's my major thing I'm gonna do. Okay. I ain't gonna sit back at home, you know. Can't be too sad for too long. So it's like,
fact.
That is true.
So like we try to just push like positivity. Like you start just thinking of positive things. Like we still alive, we still got stuff going on. So it's like
that is true.
We be joking around a lot.
Yeah, we joke around a lot.
So how about you, Inkman? How do you feel like, I don't know, when your days are just low? How do you pick yourself back up?
I don't know. Sometimes it be tough to like really pick yourself up. I don't know. I say drink a lot of water. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times y'all don't even be knowing y'all really be dehydrated for real, and that has a lot of effect on your mind frame for real. That or talk to somebody you cool with. You know what I'm saying? Really let them know how you feel. You know what I'm saying? And it's important to have real people by you, like real solid individuals that's not gonna judge you. You know, so like, yeah, I think that's important. And then smoke a little weed. You know what I'm saying? Smoke a little weed, drink your water, you be alright.
Yes.
That's a fact. We definitely talk, like we tight though, so it's like we definitely gonna talk our problems out. We together like 90% of the time.
We tight that like we can't hide how we feel for real. Like, you know, we know when something wrong, and then we gotta talk about it. Yeah, that's a fact.
Oh, I love that. You guys are trying to build this brand together. We love that for you guys. So now I'm going to ask y'all a couple questions, all right? So, boom. How quick are you guys to bring your significant other around your friends?
Boom. Yo, I'm going to keep it a buck. Like, I'm in grind mode, so I don't be worried about that right now.
Okay.
But I don't know. It depends.
It is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Depends.
If you trust her, like, you shouldn't have to worry about nothing.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you know your people, like, you know they solid, there shouldn't be no question about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't question nobody around me. You know what I'm saying?
So then how long do you have to go out with a girl in order for her to meet your moms? You would say
We gotta be locked in to meet my mom. So my mom's like, my mom gonna run your way. So I gotta make sure you can handle that first. Like if I feel like you can handle it, then I'm like, all right, let me take you to mom dudes.
Okay.
But if you can't handle it, I probably got to move you out the way.
How about you, Inkman? How long after you're with the girl can she meet your mama?
Shit, ain't nobody meet my mama for real. Unless I know, like, for real.
You gotta be locked in. Like,
yeah, you gotta be locked in. Like, my situation, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, like, I already know I'm solidified. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Next question. Are you guys the giver or the taker in a relationship?
oh, I'm a giver.
Giver.
I can't help it though. Like I got a good heart when it comes to certain things.
So are you a lover boy?
Not now, nah.
Okay.
Nah. But it's like I spoil people. This is like the kindness of my heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it if I rock with you. But like if I don't rock with you, you gotta show me though. Like, yeah.
Like,
I'm not just gonna do it just because you bad. So I'm gonna I gotta rock with you a little bit.
Okay. How about you? Are you a giver or a taker?
I feel like most of the time, like, you know, now in my situation and shit, like my life where God put me, I got no choice but to be a giver. Like, you know, I gotta be spreading the wealth. I gotta spread the, you know what I'm saying, the love for real. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here all stingy and shit.
Definitely
People
not.
looking at you all funny.
Nobody don't like no stingy person.
You know, who don't like to get spoiled at the end of the day?
That's a fact.
So now my next question is, how long does it take, or like how long do you have to be with somebody in order to buy them like an expensive gift, like a bag or just like, you know, something expensive?
That long.
You don't really, you feel me? It's
We do it in the moment though. Like I do it in the moment. It's like if I'm in the moment, I'm like, I bet you like that bag. It's cool. You like, I bet let's get it. But besides, like, nah. Because this is a gift at the end of the day. We can't look at money like, you know, we look at it like we care about money a little bit. Everybody does.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're going to get it back. So it's like, spending a little bit, have fun. It's a moments. I care about like,
in the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fact, yeah.
I care about moments.
Okay. How about you, man? You feel like it's in a moment kind of thing where like you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go spend like, you know, a bag on this girl. Like, you feel me? Like,
yeah, nah, it's just, you feel me? It is what it is. Like, that shit can happen whenever. Like, you feel me? You just gotta know what you're doing. You can't just be out here splurging. Make sure like she the right one. You know what I'm saying?
Not everybody gonna get it.
Yeah, not everybody gonna get it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
How long does it take you guys to say, I love you to a girl? Or like, it probably just, I don't know.
I got trust issues.
Okay.
I'll probably do all the other stuff before I even...
Say you love her?
Yeah.
You just gotta make sure, like, whatever you doing, like, you know, with shorty, like, it gotta be a vibe. Y'all gotta be mutually connected. You know what I'm saying? Y'all understand each other for real.
That's a strong word.
You can't just be throwing that shit out there for real. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You can't say you love everybody. You say you love everybody.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers be out here tricking, too.
Yeah,
They just be lying.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
my brother said that the other day. Like, there's really...
They be saying whatever.
There's women out here that are really just...
They be saying
the
whatever
guy
now.
to get money, a bag. Like, it's crazy. I feel like I cannot do that.
It's dangerous times right now. You know what I'm
Definitely
saying? These
dangerous.
girls is out here. They're like piranhas.
So how do you guys know when, like, a girl is being, like, you know, really genuine, or if she's just out here just trying to
You see
use
that.
somebody? Like,
You can
how do
see
y'all
it.
know?
You can see it.
You can see that shit.
Okay.
We read right past that now. It's like to the point where it's like we read right past it. Like,
Okay.
bro be chilling, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all can see
You can see it though.
through the bullshit.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, that's good because these girls.
We ain't really looking, you know. We straight. So
Yeah,
we
yeah, chilling. So my next question for you guys is, right, what is the goal for you guys this year, or just like I don't know, in a year from now, where do you guys see yourself, or what do you guys want to accomplish before the year ends? Boom, yeah. What do you want to accomplish?
Yeah.
I feel like, to be honest, it's a lot of shit I want to accomplish, but I know I gotta take it step by step.
Okay.
And yeah, I definitely want to get into like the Airbnb shit. You know, get some properties down. You know what I'm saying? Me and bro working on something. Yeah, it's like a lot of things we want to do. As far as the label, we want to keep pushing it. Get this music out there. Hopefully something pop up, somebody hear us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Regardless, we're not looking to sign no majors. You know, we staying independent and within the circle, and we marketing heavy, and we're going to keep pushing it. And with the tattoo shit, you know what I'm saying, as far as me, like, I want to get my shop, and I want to get other artists involved. You know what I'm saying? Whether it happens in a year or two, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just something definitely in our plans, in our future that we want to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be better than this year or last year. That's how I look at it. Like, as long as I'm moving forward, that's the plan. Like, just keep on moving forward. Don't go back. Don't look back. Yeah. Whatever I did before, do something new. You know what I'm saying? Just keep on going on. Yeah. Like, what we got going on already.
Taking it day by day.
Yeah, taking it day by day, but
we just gotta work.
We working hard day by day. Working hard every day.
As long as we not wasting no time, we working towards something. That's the most important.
It could take us 10 years, but we gonna get there. You know.
Okay. And so, any advice to anybody who just wants to be in the music industry, or just wants to tattoo, or just be an entrepreneur? Like, any advice to anybody?
Work on your craft.
Okay.
Yeah, I say just work on your craft every day. You know, study this shit. Yeah. And, you definitely gotta stress you out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about this shit day in, day out, and really stay focused. Use social media as your platform to like connect with more people. You know, you post on Instagram stories, go on reels. You know, post a lot of reels. Use hashtags. Market yourself on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? It's connected to Instagram. So put a little money behind yourself, and it's gonna pay out. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely gonna pay off. You know what I'm saying? So
would you say social media has helped you guys?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. That's my biggest, like, you know, that's where I'm like able to reach clients in fucking Wisconsin and California and Florida, PA, Connecticut, like people that's just flying into me now and driving up to me. So now it's a little different. Social media, you know, opened up a whole new world for people and business people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and speaking of social media, do you guys want to say your Instagram names or anything for the people at home who don't know?
VMG_Cuba.
Okay.
Yeah, my Instagram is Inkman at INKMANB.
Okay, and thank you, Inkman and Cuba, for coming on the show. They will be back, y'all.
Yeah, and
we'll see y'all again on Living Like Lanie.